Welcome to day 8 of 10 days to 10K on Kajabi. We are live in the moment right now. Here I am. It's been a fun 8 days. We had a first day and a second day and a third day and all those, and now we're on day 8 of 10. Today we are going to talk about building out your flagship course. So far, we've talked about your coaching program. We've talked about the mini course, building it and launching it. Today, we're going to talk about the third type of product you want to have, which is the flagship course. We're going to get into more of that as we go. If you are watching live, be sure to let me know in the comments what you're hoping to get out of today's live and where you're watching from. That would be awesome to know. Also, if you are watching the replay, you can skip ahead a couple of minutes and we will be starting very soon, not too long from now. I want to mention, if you're not on Kajabi yet, what are you doing? Get on Kajabi. You've got 3 days left. Today, the 29th, tomorrow, the 30th, or the day after that, the 31st, to get to take advantage of their amazing deal right now, which is 3 months of Kajabi for $99 with my link. You can go to lanesebring.com/Kajabi. You get a 45-minute one-on-one call with me to help you get started on Kajabi. We can talk about your business strategy, anything you want to talk about one-on-one for 45 minutes. Kajabi Accelerator course, that is my stellar, if I do say so myself, course on how to get successful on Kajabi, showing you around the platform, everything you need to know to get your business going. And then my $25,000 course launch email template. These are the exact emails and email strategy that I used to take my first course and launch it to make ultimately $25,000 in the first 3 launches. So those are all yours as a way to say thank you for using my link. It is an affiliate link, which means I do get a small commission when you use it. So I appreciate it very much when you use my link. That's lanesebring.com/Kajabi. We got Zan the Man on our live today. He says, let's go. Hope you had a great weekend. I did. I absolutely had a great weekend. I hope you did as well. Just checked my kid into preschool, which was fun. Let's see. Yes, Zan, happy birthday. Belated. I think Zan's birthday was yesterday. So happy birthday to you, good sir. John Dillon says, happy B-Day, Zan. Just a good community here in the chat. Love it. Welcome, John. Great to have you on today. We're going to get started in just a minute. We'll let a couple more people jump on. It's going to be awesome. So as more people jump on, we'll go ahead and get going. All right. Welcome to 10 days to 10K on Kajabi. And we're going to kind of recap a little bit of where we've been. So we talked about your business idea. That was where we kind of began this whole thing, where you want to kind of land on an idea that's going to be profitable for you. And the way that you know this is the formula: your knowledge plus your passion plus demand equals a profitable idea. One of the questions we had a couple days ago was, how do you know if there is demand for your idea? And the way you know there's demand is by starting to make content, and as people respond to that content, you'll know what they're wanting more of, what they're responding to, and you begin to kind of formulate, okay, here's how my knowledge and my passion intersect with the demand that is out there. And that has turned into my profitable idea. And that's very, very crucial to this process. You can also do research and ask people what they're struggling with, where their challenges are, where they're stuck, that kind of negative end of the question. Then the positive end of the question, what are your goals and desires? Those 2 questions tell you a lot about what is in demand. But the best way to find out is to begin making your content. Zan says, yes, this is an amazing community. Thank you. I'm so glad. You're a huge part of what makes it an amazing community. So thank you for being a part of it today, Zan and John and whoever else is out there jumping on. So that is where you want to start with your idea formula. We looked at your business infrastructure. So if you're going to start with your idea, you need to lay some foundational tools out. That's where Kajabi comes in. Set up your website, set up your email marketing on Kajabi, set up all of the different parts of making sure that you have a good system to get people from your content to your lead magnet to your email sequence. That's all part of day 3. Day 4, we looked at your content plan. We talked about how in your content plan, there needs to be consistent, helpful, relevant content every single week so that people have an opportunity to get to know you, to get to like you, and to get to trust you because your content is serving them. You are showing up week after week after week with helpful content, meaning it's what they need, relevant, it's what they want, and consistent. It's right on time every time. And the 4th part that we looked at was bridge, never dead end content, right? You never get to the end of your content and go, all right, well, see you later. Next time, big gulps. If you're a Dumb and Dumber fan, big gulps, huh? All right, see you later, right? You don't want that. You want bridge content. So the content is always leading to a next step or to a call to action. Number 5, day 5, we looked at building a coaching program. The exciting part about this is it is the way to start making money the fastest. You can start day 1 with content and reach out to people about coaching. We talked all about that in day 5. You can check out exactly how to set up a coaching program. And the cool thing is you only need 1 client to get started. Day 6, we talked about building your mini course. This was on Saturday, and lots of fun talking about building the mini course. We're going to get back into some of those same principles today, looking at building your flagship course. Day 7, we talked about launching your mini course. So what does it look like once you've built that mini course? How do you launch it? We talked a lot in day 7. This was yesterday about all of the work that goes into just priming the pump, making sure that your audience is actually ready to begin using your product. I mean, you have to let them know that something really cool is coming. And typically the way you do that is through a really intentional series of content or live workshop that leads up to your launch. And we'll talk more about launching tomorrow in day 9 when we talk about launching your flagship course. Now, that brings us to today, which is building your flagship course. If you are ready for that, say I'm ready in the comments, because we're going to dive into what makes a flagship course, what that even means, how to build one, and then we'll talk about launching it tomorrow. So while everybody's letting me know they're ready, I want to mention one more time, you can go to lanesebring.com/Kajabi, jump on Kajabi. You got 3 days left to get this deal, 3 months of Kajabi for $99 with my link, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. 45-minute one-on-one call with me, my free course, Kajabi Accelerator, and the $25,000 course launch email template. All of that is yours when you use my link, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. Now, if you're watching this after the fact, you can still get a 30-day free trial using my link and all of those other goodies and bonuses. Those are all still there. But if you're watching this today, like the 29th of August, you might as well take advantage of this deal because it is a massive, massive discount. So lanesebring.com/Kajabi, or as I like to say, Kajabi, soft J. All right. Okay. So let's see the comments here. We've got John Dillon. I'm ready. We've got Jasmine Johnson. I'm ready with 2 exclamation marks. I love it. We've got MV. I am here and ready. Awesome. So glad everybody is jumped on and ready. Let's see. Zandaman, we ready. Music, we ready. Music, we ready. I don't read music, but I know those are notes. So that's awesome. 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 So let's go ahead and dive into building your flagship course. And if you hear somebody chewing, that's just my golden retriever, Hendrix. He's chewing on a bone down there. So hopefully that won't be too loud and too much of a distraction. All right, let's dive into it. What is a flagship course? Let's see. Lisa signed up today. Looking forward to the accelerator course and my call with you. Thanks for all these bonuses. That's awesome, Lisa. So excited. I actually saw that come through earlier today. Very excited to see that. Thank you so much for doing that. Yeah, can't wait to get on our call. And so when you sign up, you get an email right away from me that has a link to join the course. And in the course, you have a link to schedule the call. So very, very cool. And yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for mentioning that. It's so cool. I'm so happy for you. If you don't mind mentioning, Lisa, what's your niche? Like, what's your business about? I would love to know. And if you're comfortable mentioning that, that'd be cool for everybody to know. What is a flagship course? Okay, a flagship course is going to teach an end-to-end complete system. That's the first thing. So if a mini course is helping people solve one problem and it's a very focused solution, a flagship course is a complete solution. It's an end-to-end system. It also represents your complete core teaching. So in other words, everything that, if you took the totality of what you teach, your flagship course is going to include the vast majority of all your basic principles. Now, that doesn't mean that it's everything you're ever going to say, and it doesn't mean that it's the last product you're ever going to make. It's just that if somebody were to kind of take in your content for, a couple of weeks, they really like what you have to say, and they say, I want you to teach me the thing. Like, what is the thing that you teach that is like the core of your teaching? I want that. This is what that course is going to be. It's your complete core teaching. This is different than a mini course because a mini course is a part of your core teaching. So it might be like this. Like, let's say that you have a complete course that is everything you teach, but then there's one aspect of it that you drill down on a little bit more deeper, and that becomes a mini course. That's kind of the differentiation. So I'll give you an example. So in my Preaching Donkey business, my flagship course is called, hey, Hendrix, chill. My flagship, he's chasing his tail. My flagship course at Preaching Donkey is called Killer Sermons Academy. And it's the complete end-to-end system of everything I teach at Preaching Donkey. It's kind of my Preaching Donkey. It's like my whole system of being a preacher and a pastor in a church setting and writing and delivering consistently captivating, compelling messages. It's the whole thing. So if somebody were to jump on and they were to say, I want just kind of all of it, that's the course they get. But then I have a mini course, which is called Preaching Jumpstart, which is really designed for people who are just starting out. And it focuses on one aspect, and that is writing and delivering a sermon. So it's not the complete system of, being a pastor in a local church setting. Here's everything you need in terms of your communication. It's just one sliver of it. And both of those courses complement each other. Both of those courses are great for the same person. Like, the same person could buy Killer Sermons Academy, get a lot out of it, and then go buy Preaching Jumpstart and get a lot out of it, and the other way around. Buy Preaching Jumpstart first, then buy Killer Sermons Academy, and both be served very well. They also meet different people in different places. So there might be someone, it's like somebody emailed me just the other day and they said, hey, I'm trying to decide between Killer Sermons Academy and Preaching Jumpstart. What are the main differences? And so I just started asking them, well, what are your goals? What are you wanting to accomplish? Where are you at in your career? And where I ended up pushing them was towards the mini course, because they're kind of just starting out. And I said, this is probably going to have everything you need. And if you like it, you can always buy the academy later on. And so he ended up buying the mini course. So that is the difference. A flagship course is your complete end-to-end system, and it's the core, it's the complete core of what you teach. Let's check out some comments. Let's see here. Zan the Man, We Ready is a huge sports anthem song. Oh, yes. I should probably know more about sports than I do. But yeah, you're right. That's awesome. Okay. So flagship course, the end-to-end system, your complete core teaching. It's going to use multiple modules. So where we talked 3 days ago, when we looked at building your mini course, a mini course really just has one module, that escape, arrival, and then there's lessons in between. We're going to talk about this in a second, but the flagship course is really going to be made up of multiple modules, because to get people from here all the way over to where you want them to go is going to require just kind of a more holistic course that's broken down into more categories that still take people on a path, on a journey. So it's going to use multiple modules. It's going to be higher ticket. So typically between $200 on the low end and $2,000 plus on the high end. So the reason why I give that range is because I think and I mentioned this during our mini course day 6, I think a really good range for a mini course is anywhere between 50 to 200. So that $47, $50 range for kind of the lower end mini courses, all the way up to 197 or 200 for the kind of higher end or more beefy mini course. Okay, somewhere in there. I like that $99 range. I think that's a great price for a mini course, right at $100. You can add another bonus to get it up to 200. So you have 2 tiers in your structure. You have a kind of the basic mini course and then maybe a platinum version of the mini course. That's a really great way of doing it. And what that does is it's a quick decision. It's if it's the right product, the right fit, you do some of the sales things well, which we talk a lot about in my insiders program, lanesebring.com/insiders. You can check that out. We start another round of it in September. But we talk in there about how to write the sales copy for your course, how to make the sales pages, how to make them really, really stand out. And it's easier with a mini course because it's just a lower amount. People can go, oh yeah, $200, I'll do that. Or $100. Again, if it's the right product and they need it and want it, $100, they don't have to think about that very much. Most people, if they're in the market for your course. Now, a flagship course is going to be that $200+ range in most niches. Now, some are going to be way more expensive, but I think for people that are starting out building a mini course, in that $297, $397, that's a really good sweet spot. Which, by the way, if you're ever wonder why so many digital products end in a 7, like 47, 97, 197, here's why. First of all, there's no rule. You can make them anything you want. You can do $299, you can do $300, doesn't matter. The reason why is because you know how everything is priced like $99, $199. You go to the store, everything's $99. And that's just because $199 looks better to the eye than $200, right? That's the idea that it in your mind, there's something that goes, oh, it's in the 100s, even though it's $199. And we've got used to that. Well, there was some research about how the ending prices in a 9 is a little bit worn out, right? Ending prices in an 8 doesn't really do much different, but for whatever reason, at least when this research was done, ending prices in a 7 seemed like the best deal to people. And again, this is just where the research was when this was done, and I don't even remember where this research was. So I just want to emphasize, price however you want. I just go with this because there was enough of it that convinced me to say, okay, that sounds pretty good. I'll price everything with a 7. And so that's the way I do it. Actually, the way I do it, my kind of pricing function is if it is a flagship course, digital product, I'm sorry, not a flag, but if it's any kind of digital course, that kind of thing, it ends in a 7. If it's working directly with me one-on-one, it ends in a 5. I don't know why I did that, but like for my sermon evals, which are one-on-one, they end in a 5, like $295, $395, things like that. So again, you can price however you want. What I would look at is what are some of the competitors in your industry pricing? So let's say that you're a fitness coach and you're going to build a flagship course that's like a total health reset, right? You're helping people through their fitness, their eating, the whole thing. And you want to kind of coach them through that. You want to look at a few different people that are doing the same kind of courses. What do they cost? Are they $497? Are they $597? Are they $797? Are they $297 down on the lower end? And you want to kind of be somewhere in there. You don't have to be, but to be competitive, you want to make sure that you're not way overpriced, and you definitely don't want to be underpriced. Because if you're underpriced, people are going to say, oh, it must not be that good. So there's some perceived value that works in the pricing. So there's multiple modules, they cost more, and they're more work to build and sell. So whereas a mini course, you might be able to get it up and going in a month, a flagship course is going to take more like 3 to 5 months to build out. And again, it depends on the pace that you work at. If you have full-time focus, you can do this quicker. But if you're doing this, like my first flagship course I built while I still had a full-time job. I built it in the morning before I went to work. And so it just took it took several months because I was working on it in my spare time. But again, that's why I encourage you to start a coaching program. We talked about that a couple of days ago. and go ahead and get your mini course launched as quick as possible, so that while you're building your flagship course, you have 2 other products in your product suite that are already making you money, which is really, really helpful. All right, so let's check out a comment here. Psychology of pricing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the pricing, there's so many nuances in how things are priced, how we perceive the price, and the more you can look into it, the better. In terms of but what you don't want to do is get distracted with trying to figure out, what do I price it? If it's going to hold you up, just pick something. The market will tell you. I was selling a house. We sold our house in Tennessee. We closed this Friday. But one of the things our real estate agent told us when we were pricing, we priced it, what we thought was good based on the comps and his recommendation. And he said, here's the thing, the market will tell us. If we're overpriced, the market will tell us and we'll have to adjust. But let's just try. And I feel like with online courses, it's much the same. You price, I would price a little higher than you even think you should. And if people buy and they're served well and it's a good deal, the market will tell you. They'll come back for more. They'll purchase, they'll be happy with it. If they purchase and you're getting a lot of refund requests or you're not selling anything, it's probably an indication that you need to make the course better or lower the price. Online marketers came up with ending in 7. They found the data more favorable over a 90 days sales test of the end of 9 versus 5 versus 7. 7 charted better. Well, there you go. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, I knew there was some research behind it. I had not looked into it in a while, like what the research was, what it said. But yeah, that's where the pricing function of ending in a 7 came from. Very cool. All right, so let's dive back into this. So we talked about what it is here. Now let's look at this. The goal of a flagship course is transformation. Now, the goal of a mini course is also transformation, but even more so, if you are going to take people through a flagship course, it cannot merely be just a whole bunch of information that you're throwing to people. That's not compelling enough. It's not going to achieve what you want, which is raving reviews because of student success. The way you get raving reviews and student success is when your course is transformative. And this occurs when the information takes the student on a journey where they are equipped to solve the problem, acquire the skill, or develop the mindset. So you are helping them be equipped. It's not just them listening to you give them information, but they are being equipped to do something with it. That's what causes a flagship course or any course to be transformative. So this is where that escape arrival paradigm comes in. We talked about this a few days ago. What are you helping people escape from? And then what are you helping people arrive to? What is the thing that you're helping people get out of and get to? So what are the challenges? Where are they stuck? Where do they not want to be? And then how does your course going to take them out of that place of stuckness and bring them over here where they feel empowered, equipped, energized, and ready to take action on what they've learned? Okay, that's the escape arrival. Now, along the way, between escape and arrival, there are milestones, right? So there are things that they need to know. So if you think about even this set of live videos, these 10 videos, I did this same thing. I thought, okay, I want to help people build a business in 10 days that can be a $10,000 a month business very quickly, right? So if I had 10 days, 10 sessions with you, what would I do to help you escape, right, and arrive? So what are we escaping? Well, we're escaping maybe the overwhelm that comes with an online business and trying to make money online. We're escaping that feeling of like, oh, do I have time for this? Can I do it? Is it complicated? Is it simple? Is this something that do I have an idea? We're escaping all those feelings of like, I don't know what to do, but I want something. I just don't know where to go with it. And we're arriving, right, in 10 days with, I've got a 10-step plan to get this thing to $10,000 a month. I want you to feel empowered. I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel like you've got a plan. All you got to do is go back through and work through the plan day by day. It's going to take longer than 10 days to do all this, but in 10 days time, we've got this transformative journey and the milestones along the way were everything we talked about. Day one, we had to figure out like, what is Kajabi and why are we going to be on that platform? And what is your business idea? And is it profitable? And what does your infrastructure look like? And then what is your content plan? Those are all modules. So those are all milestones along the way, things that you need to know, skills that you need to develop in order to acquire this arrival that you want, which is to be a confident online business owner on your way to a $10,000 a month business. So that's where it comes in. So here's where that all comes to a head for your course. For your flagship course, help people escape the main place they're stuck, then consider each milestone they will have to learn or develop or acquire in order to achieve transformation. And what you're going to do is make each milestone a module. So each milestone along the way becomes a module. Remember, in a mini course, each milestone was a lesson, okay? Because we're taking people on one path there, one quick shot from here to there. You're going to learn this one thing. You're going to acquire this one skill, okay? Escape, arrival. That was a mini course. Well, in a flagship course, we're actually helping people with the complete system that we teach. And along the way, there's actually going to be many milestones. And I got this from Miles Beckler. He's a phenomenal online marketer, but the escape arrival paradigm with the milestones, I wish I could take credit for it. I can't. It was Miles Beckler who I first heard it from. But each milestone becomes a module. Under those modules, you have your lessons, and that's where the course gets longer. A lot of people will ask, well, is a flagship course just because it's longer? Or they might ask something like, how long should a flagship course be? Or how short should a mini course be? Really, the length of the course is not the primary question. The primary question is the flagship course taking them on a holistic, complete end-to-end journey and is showing them everything and giving them the tools of everything they need to get from here to here. And that's typically, with a flagship course, going to take multiple modules with multiple lessons in each module. That's a really helpful thing to understand. All right. So planning your course. Start by asking your subscribers 2 questions. I'm going to get to this in a second. Let's read a couple of the comments here. So true. If you have a VIP name in any space, the perceived value is higher. People are willing to pay more for number charge product versus Joe Schmo, that's me, product, even if it's the same content. Name brand versus generic perception is reality. Okay, I'm chatting too much. I'm going to chill. Love these 10 days. Man, I don't mind the chat at all. I'm glad you're active in there. I welcome all the comments that can come through. Love that. I am going to, I'm going to let my dog out the door. I'll be right back. Here, buddy. Go. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to let my dog out because he was panicking. Okay, I think he has to use the bathroom. So start by asking your subscribers 2 questions. What are your challenges or frustrations? And then what are your goals? So in other words, you're going to go to the people who have been watching your content, the people who are subscribed to your email list, and you are going to say, what do you want to, like, where are you stuck? What are your challenges? Again, I talked about this in our welcome sequence email on day 3 when we were talking about your business infrastructure, that in your welcome sequence emails, it's really helpful to ask these questions in your funnel to say, hey, how can I help you? Like, what is the place that you're stuck? Where are you challenged? And then what's your goal or desire that I can help you get to, or I can help you achieve? So begin by doing that research. And as you're doing the content, look at what people are responding to. Take the answers to those questions and look for patterns. And this is why, especially with a flagship course, it's okay to take the time, get a good amount of content under your belt, get a good amount of people on your email list who have given you this kind of feedback. Find those recurring themes and make a course helping people overcome a frustration or reach a goal, or both, right? A flagship course is going to be pretty holistic, and it's going to do a lot of both of those. So making your course valuable, we talked about this when we talked about our mini course. Include visuals and slides with your video lessons, provide downloadables and worksheets, include bonuses. Those actually really, really help with selling. Offer a premium tier with access to you. We talked about a lot of that. We're going to talk about more of that when we talk about launching your flagship course tomorrow, because those are the things that help with selling. But that's where you want to begin with your flagship course. Determine the escape and arrival. Where are you helping people escape? And what are you helping them get to? What are the milestones along the way? And then give them the tools they need to get there. Now, if you have more questions, which I'm sure you probably do, like, well, what does this look like? What are the technical things? How do I put it together? I want to point you to my playlist on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, which you're on right now, you can go to playlist, and I've got all kinds of things there about building courses, mini courses, flagship courses that will walk you through how to do this on Kajabi, how to think about building out your lessons, even how to edit your lessons. I've got those playlists all there for the taking there on Kajabi. Let's see, how do you do the colorful lower thirds? I'm using StreamYard to do my live broadcast here. And you can put in your branding. So my branding colors are like orange. It's the main color of my brand, and this color blue right here. And so I put in that and kind of pick the skin, and it does it for me, which is kind of cool. So tomorrow we're going to be back with launching your flagship course. We'll talk about that. And then day 10, which is Wednesday, that's the last day of these 10 days. We're going to talk about building your evergreen machine, what it looks like ongoing to have an online business that's making you money passively. And that is where the real magic comes from. In fact, just before I did these 10 days, I took 6 weeks off. 6 weeks off my business. Do you know how many business owners cannot even take a week off? I took 6. That doesn't mean I'm a rock star. It just means that this type of business, if you set it up right, it's going to continue to make money for you as your content is out there capturing leads, putting them on your email list, and your email is selling them on your products. That can happen with or without you. And it's an amazing, amazing thing. And I can't wait to tell you about that on day 10. But for now, start thinking about what is your flagship course going to be? What is the complete system that you teach? How are you going to take people on that journey? I can help you with a guide, a written guide, lanesebring.com/super simple. If you're kind of hearing me say all this, but you want it a little bit more in writing so that you can have something to take notes with, that's a free guide that I offer. It's my super simple guide to your first $500 online. You can find that at lanesebring.com/super simple. Let me know in the comments what questions you have. And if we have questions, I'll stay on for as long as there are questions. While the questions are coming in, get 3 months of Kajabi for $99 with my link, lanesebring.com/Kajabi. You can get the 45-minute one-on-one call with me, the Kajabi Accelerator course, and the $25,000 course launch email template. All of that yours for free for using my link. Right now is a pretty good deal. It's like the best deal that Kajabi has ever done. 3 months, $99. So take advantage of that. If you're watching this after August and you're like, oh, bummer, I missed out, you can still get a 30-day free trial and all those bonuses on Kajabi. Again, it's all at lanesebring.com/Kajabi. All right, let's check out here is Maria. I made notes and have to listen again. Yeah, cool. Yeah, these videos will be up and live. I mean, not live. They're live right now because here I am. I'm live. But they'll be on the interwebs for as long as there's a YouTube and as long as YouTube keeps my videos on them. So there you go. Very, very excited for you. Cannot wait for tomorrow when we're talking about launching a flagship course. So grateful for you. Thank you for being here. Go take action. That is where the difference is made. Action. And yeah, join Kajabi and Insiders. Let's go. Yeah, we'll end with that. Awesome. See you tomorrow. Thanks for being here.